everyone, so this video has actually been recorded for quite a while now, and I've been meaning to do a voiceover for it, so let's get into it. One of the things that I wanted to talk about on my channel is what I do, and how I overcome certain art problems like we all have, and one of the things that I found was really aggravating is that when you use certain medium on sketchbook pages, it bleeds over onto the other side. Now, some artists just draw on the side anyway, and a lot of artists do other things, but for me, I like to make that page kind of like a little scrapbook of what's been happening lately. So I take things that I have from days that have gone by with school or work, or if I go out anywhere, and I like to glue little mementos into that page on my sketchbook. I like to date them so I know what I did, and I like to just post little things that I just like to look at. And so it was really interesting to me to look through all my old sketchbooks because I never really know what year I did them or what I was doing in that time in my life, but now for this one, I can really look through and get a much more in-depth and personal experience when I'm looking through my sketchbook. So one of the things that I do for my sketchbooks is I don't take them to school because I think I should really be paying attention during class. However, this has not stopped me from drawing in class. So one of the things that I have to do for these pages on my sketchbook is I cut out all the little individual drawings that I've made in different notebooks, and I put them in this notebook so that they can all be in one place. So this means I have to cut them out of wherever I drew them on the line paper and then glue them in to this sketchbook. It's a little difficult because I like to draw really big sometimes, and fitting it all on one page can be a little challenging at times. However, I still love to do it a lot. You can see this doodle I did in math class, and I like to position them all over the page and try to make them fit in and just try to do it as best as I can. So these two little people on this page are from, I guess, my world that I have. I like sometimes to draw in a very unique style, and these people are drawn in this style. They're called cat folk, so it's like they're basically like our pet cats, but they look human. And so you can tell the genders of the cats by which ear they have higher up on their heads, and I thought that was really interesting. This guy with the darker skin, it says, when we get sad, our skin turns blue, because I thought that that'd be really interesting. If, like, you're happy, you're just normal, or if you're mad, your skin goes red, if you're sad, it goes blue, if you don't feel well, it goes green, and certain things like that, because I think it'd be really cool to be able to convey emotion, like, not just through physical features, like facial features, but through actual color as well. There's my little character holding an octopus. She says, my favorite food is octopus, which is her favorite food, not my favorite food. And the girl over here in the goggles says, wear hair up and goggles when conducting science, because I drew that during chemistry, and I got a little mad when I was watching The Big Bang Theory because she didn't have her hair up. But this is one of the things that I like to do in this sketchbook now. And I'm actually really happy that I started keeping my drawings from my notebooks, because I used to just throw them away at the end of the school year. Here is a very little drawing that I did under a microscope in biology. Here's some more. There's a turtle and stuff on there too. But so it was kind of sad for me to have to get rid of all my drawings after the year ended, but I always thought, I don't have anywhere to put them. I don't want a whole bunch of just loose leaf paper everywhere with different drawings on it. So now it's like they all have a little spot that I make them in my sketchbook. And when I flip through it, not only do I have the stuff that I made at home when I had a lot of time, but I also just have like my little scribbles and stuff that I put in there. And it's a little sad that none of these scribbles on these other pages will have made themselves into drawing videos simply because I'm at school and can't really record a video while I'm there. But it still keeps them relevant and around so that I don't forget that I made them. I have a sketchbook from 3rd grade, and I even have drawings as far back as 2nd grade. I actually won an art competition in 4th grade or 2nd grade, I think, and it was really, really cool for me to have done that, but I don't have that drawing, and worse, I don't think I have the award anymore. So, but I know the drawing was, I think it was a brick house, and there were children outside playing in the snow, I think, and there's a brick wall behind them for this house. I just put another little scribble on there. It says, "No coffee, cocoa is fine." There's my teacher trying to hand me coffee, and I'm like, nope, I like hot chocolate, I'm all good. Yeah, I really dislike the taste of coffee, and I really don't need it in my daily life, so I think that is me in my old waitressing uniform up in the corner there. I did not like that job at all. I'm so glad that I quit it. Woo! It's been a little hard during the school year to get videos up. Even this video is like super late from when I recorded it, and so it's a little hard to know what exactly I wanted all to talk about. You can see here I put some of the little mementos that I had from my work and stuff. There's drawings I did at work on the little waitressing pads, and books that we used to get for tips, which are not super good tips, but it's alright. I like them anyway. Look how big that is for caring for your cats. But yeah, you can really just put anything in there that you wanted to. As you can see on the right here, I have a little bit of just random doodles that I also did during class, mixed with some doodles that I did in the sketchbook itself, and I thought that was really interesting to do. Here's another one of my people from my world. It says, because of our thick skin, we can pick up cactus. So it's like they can't burn, and I wanted to put them next to each other. I think I ended up being able to do that, but you see things like that work well on a page together. It's hard to make sure that they both fit on this game's sketchbook page and that they are able to do what you want them to do. Oh, here we have a Ueno zoo pass thing that I bought. It's like a ticket, I guess. It looks like it's 600 yen. So about $6 US. And I loved going to the zoo because I went with my family and we saw pandas and a whole bunch of like Japanese animals. It was really interesting. The pink post-it note is something I can't really show you, but it's a phone number that I got when me and my boyfriend went down to Disney. So in December, on Christmas of 2017, my boyfriend and I decided to take a trip to Disney World, and I treated him, and we went to the Magic Kingdom, and we went to Epcot, and we went everywhere. And when we went to Epcot, my favorite kingdom, by the way, there is a big Japanese section in Epcot, and it's really, really interesting. The best thing about the different locations around Epcot is that whatever country you go to, the people there are actually from that country originally. So when you go to the German part of Epcot, all the people there are from Germany. So me and Sam went to the Japanese portion of Epcot to have dinner, which can be quite expensive, and you do have to reserve it quite a bit ahead of time. But I had done all that, and I was so ready to go to dinner. So we went to dinner and we had hibachi at the Japanese place in Epcot, and we had conversation with the waitresses and the cook while we were there. We actually had a woman cook, which was very interesting, and the people around us were like, holy crap, you speak Japanese. And it was really, really cool, especially for him, I think, because he'd never spoken Japanese to another Japanese person other than our sensei. And I had been speaking to a whole bunch when I went overseas, but he never had that experience. And so he thought it was amazing and he loved it a lot, which I'm glad. And the posted note is that when we were at the table, we were sat with a bigger family of 5 and a family of 3, I think. And it was a man, his wife, and their 2-year-old daughter. And when we were talking and just having a big laugh with everyone, and they stopped at the end of dinner, and she pulled out this note, and it had her name and number on it. And I was like, whoa! And she's like, I would really like to have more friends in America. I want to be able to talk Japanese with people because I don't get the opportunity to. And I was like, heck yeah. So we texted for quite a bit. We got friends on Facebook, and it's been really nice having her as a friend. We even found out she doesn't actually live that far away from us. She also came from Indiana, so she lives about 3 hours away, I believe. We're right on the border of Indiana, Ohio, and she's more in the middle. And so that was a really, really cool experience for both of us. And so I definitely wanted to put something from it in here. However, since I didn't really buy much there other than the experience, I didn't have anything tangible to put in the notebook. So I definitely put her number in there. 1, I'll never lose it, and 2, it's just nice, and I love to have it in there. So this drawing that I am gluing in now is a little creepy. I'm gonna be straight out. In my world, the balloons have faces on them, because I thought it was really cool that, the people have kind of, more pointed chins and, kind of look like balloons. So I made all the, balloons have faces on them. And it's a clown offering me a balloon. And it says, because our balloons look like faces, it's hard to catch serial killers. So it's are they balloons or are they actual people, And I don't know, I'm dumb. The redraw that I did on the right, I don't think I videotaped it, but I think it did turn out much better than the first one, even though the anatomy is still kind of weird with the arms and stuff. Holding her pole. She kind of looks like Chat Noir, I just realized. Oh my lord. I promise I drew it I drew it on April. Oh, was it already out in April of 2017? Probably. But I promise it's a redraw, so haha, it's based on something from 6th grade. So yeah, don't blame me for anything. Now I'm going back to another page because I'd found a drawing that was a little too out of place on the other pages, and I thought that it could really just fill up the rest of the space on this page. And it's concept art for an animatic that I really want to do, and I still don't know how to really do that yet. The reason I'm frustrated over the piece of paper I just had in my hands is because I drew on the front and back of the paper. I did that earlier, but I was able to tape down or glue down one side of the paper and then have it flip up on the other side. However, this piece is totally covered front and back, and I try really hard not to do that, but when you run out of paper room, you run out of paper room. So now I'm stuck with this piece of paper that I can't decide what I'm going to do with it yet. I think I might just trim it down as much as I can and either photocopy it and tape in both sides, or I don't know, do something. So I just wanted to show you guys how it all turned out. Here is the first page. I have some stickers from my fire training and stuff. Here's my school created a club, and that was really interesting. That's Sandra, a name tag that I had when I first started working, and we went to our mother house, which is where all the nuns live on the school campus. here is my third page that I did today, and I remembered that I had wanted to make a little magnifying glass around the itty-bitty drawings that I had, just because I thought that would be really cute and it'd take up more room on the page to be like, oh, you gotta look real closely, so I decided that I wanted to go back in and redraw that real close. So draw small. There is my cat person, who's technically just my cat, I guess, but me wearing goggles and me holding an octopus, just all that nice and fun stuff that you can read if you really care for it. See the cat people? I thought it was really interesting. And then this is what I did earlier, was that I had one side be able to flip up, but I'm not going to be able to do that on my other loose leaf, so I don't really know what to do about that. Here's another redraw that I did. That was more difficult. That's a post-it note from Kobayashi-san. It's me and Sam and our judogi. Some more concept art for the animatic that I wanted to do. I want to do I want to do an AMV and an animatic on my channel still, but I'm worried that it might not work with my channel flow and content, so I'm slightly worried about it, but I really, really do want to do it sometime. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope this helps you decide what you want to do with your opposite pages of your sketchbook. And I hope that you get to make memories and have them last and just be able to look back on them and all your drawings. And thank you so much for watching.